Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate you all. I see you all the time talking shit.
Talking that good shit.
I got some things I want to say too about what you said about us in the '90s. So,
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
talking to you, buddy.
Yeah.
All y'all. Yeah, I'm talking to all y'all. Yeah, I got some words from Chris Mullen, Mitch Richmond, all the other old guys. They said I was coming on. He was like, yeah, make sure you give it to him. I said, no question. You know, everybody talking about Mike. Mike is the GOAT. Mike was that bad motherfucker. Mike, had it going on. Mike didn't let people beat him. Mike didn't. He went on about his business. He didn't let people, beat him, and he knew how to play the game. But you all think that we couldn't play. You say, he playing against some scrubs, or he playing against some guys that can't play, and we let him do this and we let him do that. No, man. A lot of you guys couldn't play in our fucking era.
Ooh.
Y'all couldn't play in our era.
Any guys on this couch?
Gil could.
Okay.
We would have beat his ass. We would have knocked him on his ass.
I would have went right by you.
I was too tall for y'all.
No. You probably wouldn't have made it out because you would have been in the game. You would have been in the game because you wouldn't have had that mentality to make it out. But Gil, he probably could have hung. Oh yeah, it was. When we was growing up,
I couldn't play against Eglo and all them motherfuckers.
Hey,
Craig Elo.
Man, you better stop Tim Hardaway.
You talking about Eglo?
Stop this shit.
You talking about Eglo from the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yes, all that.
That motherfucker was nice.
Uh-oh.
That motherfucker was nice.
Man,
Your game was all right, but you think it was nice.
man,
Your shit was all right.
Let's just stop. Let's stop.
Yeah, your shit was all right.
It was a couple of y'all back in '85 from '89. It was a couple of good. You was one of them. Had the Tim Hardaway crossover and all that. But come on, man.
Go ahead. Name another guy. I can't hear you.
I would name Mark Price. Where would he stand?
Mark Price was a bad motherfucker. He don't get his just due.
But where would he be ranked in this era if he was
ranked with this here? It's a lot of motherfuckers couldn't stay with Mark Price. Mark Price was a fast white guy. He could stop on the dime, shoot it in your face, split the double team, knew how to pass the ball, knew how to play the game. Mark Price was a bad motherfucker.
A speedy Caucasian, as you said.
Rod Strickland, another motherfucker.
Yeah.
Kevin Johnson, another motherfucker.
Kevin Johnson.
All right? We had some bad motherfuckers in our era.
No, the 90s is fine. My complaint was the 80s. So I was talking about the 80s. So there's this illusion about the hand check, and I always use you as an example. And I said, if the hand check was so dominant, then how can the scoring guard come in as rookies tearing everybody's ass up, right? So there was only a few back then: Isiah Thomas, Kevin Johnson, and then you. And I'm saying if the hand check was what everyone said was, when the scoring guard, the guy who comes downhill, when he came into the game, why wasn't it affecting him?
I'm gonna tell you this. When we came into the game, Kevin Johnson, myself, even Mark Price, we was fast enough and quick enough, and we could handle the ball. And we used to get out of the offense. And we used to not run offense. If you was gonna hand check us, we used to not run offense, and we used to take our man, so he had to understand, these motherfuckers ain't running offense. These guys we gotta play them legit. Other guards, say like Derek Harper, he didn't have that, those handles to get past somebody. Like Brandon, you and Brandon, y'all had handles to get past. If somebody picked you up, you laughing at them.
Yes, yeah.
Y'all laughing at them.
For sure.
So yeah, that's what it was. When they picked us up, we was laughing at them. Then they had to start picking us at half court.
See, so my theory was right. Like when people talk about the hand check, and I'm like, it only worked against guys who were running off, who had big men who were sitting there, back to the basket, trying to run offense, so it's easy to hand check.
Exactly.
Somebody who's coming full speed, you can't do nothing.
No, you cannot.
Okay. So Tim, I got a question for you. Prime Tim Hardaway versus prime Gilbert Arenas. Who's getting cooked?
I would kill him.
You would kill Gilbert.
First of all, you know what? I start taking him down low. This is what I do. In my mind, I say, I'm gonna post him up about 3 or 4 times. Put all this ass on his chest, move him, jump hook, turn around.
All that ass.
Oh yeah. I mean, I put all this on. Then I come at you.
What's funny is when I first started to play, I had your crossover down.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then my arms got too long and the shit was a little slow. No, here's something that I've complained or I fought for.
I used to love watching you in college too.
Oh, appreciate it.
You was a beast.
Appreciate it.
I love that.
The 92 Dream Team. Isiah Thomas claims he was snubbed from the Dream Team. And I said the person that was actually snubbed was you for Magic Johnson. Because everybody on the team was all NBA players. The only people who wasn't all NBA at that time was Magic, Bird, and Christian Laettner. Isiah Thomas wasn't an all NBA player at that time. You were second team. So you was the one that was replaced for Magic. And I'm trying to figure out why was the news around him at that moment in time and not you?
Because this was the rumor. They came to Michael. They really needed Michael to play. They came to Michael and like David Stern and the Olympic team, they came to Michael and said, yo, Mike, we really need you to play. We need for you to just go global. And Mike said, all right, I will play only if Isiah is not on the team.
Damn. So he really said that?
He said that to them.
Damn.
And then Magic was like, I'm cool with that. And then what's really crazy is, you know, God rest his soul, but the coach, he had trouble. He had trouble with that because he wanted his guy on the team, Chuck Daly. He had trouble, but he knew it was a business too. And he wanted to be that first person to get that goal for the dream team and everything. So
it was the Pistons.
he had to be okay with it, but he wasn't okay with it.
Yeah.
But why wasn't you the one they were arguing for since you were the second? But like,
right, you know,
it wasn't like I get Isiah, but
right.
He wasn't even in the conversation as one of the best players in the NBA at that moment in time.
You gotta also remember this. Magic went out because of health problems, AIDS. And after they found out he could still play, and I still think I did the right thing. And my buddies, they was like, no, you shouldn't have done it. Gave him my starting spot in the All-Star game. But I mean, you know, we always got to remember this. If Magic was playing, he would have been first team all NBA. No question. He would have been on an All-Star team. He would have been starred. No question. So people got to understand that even though, you know, it's real and it's not real. That's real. I live in a real world. I was always told the truth, and you got to handle it. And I understood that. So, I mean, that's the way it was. I didn't think nothing of it because that's Magic. I mean, without Magic and Larry Bird, come on, man.
No, I get it. Okay.